You already know what I'm talking about. You know who got together? Mark and Eve, baby. I'm not even gonna lie. I was waiting for this. I've been waiting for this ever since the first season came out. I had to read the comics. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as that season came out and I saw Eve's design, I was like, I gotta read the comics. And let me tell you one thing, it is worth it. Worth it all the way. I'm not gonna lie, man. Read the comics if you really need to. But look, I was like, ever since I saw season 1, I was like, I gotta pick up the comics and see what happens. And guess what? It is peak through and through. I've been waiting for this series to translate whatever happens. I've been waiting for them to adapt Eve and Mark getting together. And not gonna lie, it's been peak so far, bro. It's peak, bro. Eve in the show versus the comics are two totally different people. I'm not gonna lie to you. In the show, she is all that calm, collected. In the comics, however, she's passionate, she's dominant, she's everything. There's this one scene I was really waiting for. After Amber and Mark split up, tell me why this girl Eve goes to Mark's dorm talking about, I heard y'all split up, so I'll be a thing now. I was like, what? The first time I read it, I was like, I really want to see this animated. But they are two totally different people in the comics and the series, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even that mad about it. But that's one of my favorite panels in the entire Invincible comic. One thing I do wish though is that they really show their romantic interest way earlier in the series, because I'm not gonna lie, season 3 they just put everything together. Even though you can see tiny bits and pieces that they, that they have feelings, but they should have showed it more like deliberately, because some people are gonna be like, oh, this was forced, this was rushed. But let me tell you one thing, I don't care what nobody else says. This is what I like seeing. I don't care, bro. I do not care what nobody else says. This is what I like seeing. Look, I wasn't even thinking about that when season 3, episode 1 came out, when he was like, oh, future Eve. Look, I already knew that was happening. So I was just ready for episode 2, the end of episode 2, when he fought Cecil. And guess what? They did it. I'm not gonna lie, the end of the episode, they put it in a whole different terrain than they did in the comics too. And let me tell you, this is peak, bro. Look at them. She's like, really? Look, Eve, she's that kind-hearted person when Mark's passionate self. Look, they blend together so well, and I'm not gonna lie, I was ready for this through and through, baby. Don't even get mad at me, bro. Because I remember season 1, season 2, they didn't really have that many moments. So I'm not gonna lie, I was fetching for straws. I was like, Mark and Eve moments in the show. Tell me why there's like a 20-second video of him just talking about Eve and hugging her. Bro, I don't care how delusional I gotta be. But guess what? I already knew after that scene, I was like, I gotta go read the comics. And guess what? The comics did not disappoint, baby. I don't care what nobody says, bro. But W. Look, the latest episode, season 3, episode 4, I'm not gonna lie, it's been peaked through and through. Look, they're flying around and everything. Look at what they said to each other too. I was geeking this whole entire episode. I was smiling. I'm sitting here alone, looking at a show, and I'm smiling. This is kind of sad. They're flying around. They do what they need to do. They get back home. You already know. I forgot Eve had the powers to dissipate atoms. I forgot she could even do this. She removes both of their clothes and fold them up. This is kind of crazy to me, bro. And then like we got to give them their alone time. Yes, we do, man. And then it cuts back to them talking about we need to get our own apartments. They translated the comics so well in this scene, and I couldn't lie to you. I need more. I need this season to just be peak. It's already been good so far. I'm gonna need to be even better. No matter what I need y'all to put everything into it, okay? Every single fiber. Oh my god, I'm done. Done with this part. This can't be a long video either, because you already know there's not that much moments right now. And guess what? I'm not trying to spoil nothing in the comics either, so I'm just gonna talk about what happened in the show. And look at this. I like what they did. I need to see what they're gonna do to translate the rest of the show, because they didn't really show how much Eve really liked them pre-relationship wise. They showed a little bit, but I want to know what they do after, because I'm not gonna lie to you right here. Mark and Eve are obsessed with each other in the comics, and I need to see that. I need to see that so much in this, okay? Because I'm pretty sure it's this season where they really show that obsession. And then the next season, they're going to show the obsession too. So I want to see the obsession. I want to see them longing for each other no matter what you do. That's all I need to see in this show right now. Because this relationship right now is peak. I don't care. Everything they're doing is great right now. Like, I don't know how they made this good. But guess what? This is one of the best comic accurate things I've ever seen, okay? But I'm going to need y'all to keep that up. Keep it up, because it is beautiful, and I want to be smiling to the screen. I want to just sit there alone while watching the screen and smiling, because it is beautiful. And I'm done.